Part 12, The Screenshot Safari. Rockstar gave us glimpses of the world we'll be committing pixelated crimes in, and I'm here to obsess over every palm tree and puddle reflection. This is like the Zillow for felons. I'm touring digital real estate that I fully intend to loot, flee from, and possibly explode. Let's unpack the scenery and the potential for mayhem.
Place, we ain't caring about your feelings, yeah. Anytime, any place, you can feel it here. Steve and Daniel out of space, so we clear the air. Any topic and it's safe, so just be prepared. Don't assume, keep it straight, we might keep it fair. Fuck the news, fuck a page, we gon' keep it real. If you tune in, then you sick for real. Fuck a Bluetooth, we took the red pill. Every image on the video, talk about it. Different views on the subject, we must talk about it. At the end of the day, we just talking, homie. Only me in the room, but it's like a party. Introducing Stephen Daniel, author, artist, all-around great fucking guy.
All right, so let's take a long, loving look at this first Leonida keys screenshot. I say loving because this is the most beautiful anxiety attack I've ever seen. Just look at that. Rockstar nailed this 2-lane highway like it's been personally traumatizing them since 2004. You ever driven through the Keys? This is it. One way in, one way out. If a pelican farts on the wrong truck, you're stuck in traffic for 9 hours behind a guy selling mangoes out of a cooler. I hated driving this every other weekend. Our family, they lived about 4 hours from Key West in the mainland, but I hated it at times and I loved it most of the time. It's just beautiful. I mean, look at the bridge. That glorious artery stretching from the mainland chaos to the tropical regret. It's big. It's dramatic. And it's screaming, prepare to die here in a high-speed chase. You already know there's going to be a mission on this bridge where the cops are chasing you. The NPC is in your passenger seat, is screaming, and you're trying to steer while eating a gas station empanada. But wait, look at that water. Crystal clear, pristine. Sort of a lie, because the real Florida water around there looks like Mountain Dew mixed with mosquito piss. But this is that idealized version of Florida they show tourists before they discover the humidity. Now let's give a shout out to this seaplane down at the bottom right here. Look at him, just vibing with confidence, chilling. And below him, boats, not one, not two, a mini armada of Florida men preparing either fish, smuggle, or throw a beer-fueled bachelor party. Maybe all three. Also, peep the tiny details, like the random swampy patches in the foreground, right? Because even in paradise, Florida must include one suspicious puddle that smells like regret. Rockstar knows this. And off in the distance, you can see Vice City looming like an expensive ex you're definitely going to crawl back to. All in all, this screenshot is a perfect slice of Florida chaos wrapped in scenic deception. It's stunning. It's deadly. It's the digital version of your friend saying, let's just take a quick road trip to the Keys. You'll never make it back the same. All right, next up, let's look at this screenshot. This is peak Key West energy, and if you don't immediately feel the urge to sweat through your shirt and question your life choices, then you've never been there. We've got an iguana front and center because, of course, we do. These things are everywhere. You don't notice them at first. They blend in with the grass like cold-blooded ninjas, but the second you step near them, they sprint like their life depends on it, which it does, because some drunk tourist is always trying to pet one 8 out of 10 times. I get out of my car to go into the house to throw away the trash, and these fuckers would just scare the hell out of me as they scurry away. I didn't mind them around, because they ate the roaches and the scorpions. I worked at the Home Depot down there. The locals were constantly asking how to get rid of the iguanas, especially the new locals. Legally, there was nothing we could sell them. There was nothing they could do. Those scaly little bastards were protected. It didn't stop folks, though. Some took matters into their own hands with BB guns, and a few of them threw them over the grill. I'm not kidding. Like they were tailgating Jurassic Park, I swear. I've seen more iguana recipes than I ever wanted to. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show, this absolute queen on the mobility scooter. Sunglasses on, flip-flops on, coffee in the basket. You just know she's rolling into the Dollar General with zero intention of stopping for pedestrians. This woman survived 3 hurricanes, 2 divorces. She's not moving for anyone, including that iguana. Also, big shout out to the wrist brace. That's a woman who's seen some shit and probably threw hands at bingo night. And if you look at the background, boom, there it is, that giant fiberglass whale statue. Now, in real life, that's a lobster or crayfish. I can't remember. But Rockstar decided to turn it into the whale. Why? Because why not? Florida, facts are optional. Behind that, we got, you can see the sign, the Chips Body Shop and Wonder of the Whale, which I assume is either a tourist trap museum or the worst theme park ever. Either way, you know they charge $18 for a hot dog and a sticker. Zoom in further right. That bus looks like one of those overpriced see the keys in 90 minutes. You see them everywhere. Those tours where the AC's broken and the guide is aggressively passionate about conch shells. And the crowd, we got tourists dressed like locals, locals dressed like tourists, and someone definitely thinking about stealing that iguana for TikTok. Just pure chaos. And the more I look at this screenshot, the more I'm convinced that this is one of those authentic depictions of Key West I've ever seen. You got bikes, beer bellies, body odor, and at least one dog that's definitely not on a leash. And look at the biker. He reminds me of the many of the homeless people that I saw down there. Because let me tell you something, the homeless in Key West, they're not struggling like they do up in the north or like how I've seen in California, especially in the Oakland area. That was bad. I think that's probably the worst I've ever seen as you're driving into where we lived in Alameda. Anyways, these folks down here, the homeless down here living, I always joked about that these are the best homeless I've ever seen. Most of them got bikes. They all got fishing rods. There's no winter to ruin their vibe. The soup kitchen line, it's not long. The weather, paradise. It's like early retirement, but with more beard and fewer responsibilities. I've always said that if anything, God forbid that I go homeless, I'm going to Key West. Did I see many of these scooters that this lady's riding on? Did I see many of them in real life? Not this type, not a ton, but golf carts and rental Vespas, they were everywhere. Because the parking there for your regular car and the keys, it's like trying to dock a cruise ship in a McDonald's drive-thru. So these smaller vehicles were the only way to survive. Tourists can get around comfortably. So yeah, this screenshot, 10 out of 10. You got iguanas, unbothered retirees, and weird whale statues. You got dirty tourist buses and enough sunburn confusion to power a whole season of Florida Man, the series. Rockstar didn't just capture a location, they captured the Key West lifestyle. Welcome to the next postcard from Rockstar's version of Paradise, the Rusty Anchor, which, by the way, is the perfect name for a place where you can lose your dignity, your wallet, and probably your shirt by 2 p.m. Now, I gotta say, this place looks exactly like that one bar on Stock Island that I wandered into once. Looks exactly like it. I forgot to actually research if this is actually that one, but I just remembered in Stock Island. Anyways, I wandered or stumbled, whatever, in, and it looks just like this. Between the old school sign, the rusty vibes, and the Crab Festival banner that may or may not be FDA approved, this place is pure magic. Let's start with our friend in the foreground here. This man, this legend, face down in the color-coded picnic table like life has absolutely bodied him. I'm not sure what hit harder, the sun, the booze, or the crab prices, but whatever it was, he's not getting back up until Monday. I mean, we got 5 bottles in front of him, 2 still standing. That's called Southern math. And let me tell you, you see a lot of these people always in the next morning, especially in the weekends. In the morning, most of them like to pass out on the beach. Behind him, to the left, it looks like a romantic moment between a silver fox and his way too young girlfriend. Nothing says vacation affair like flip-flops, denim shorts, and a healthy disregard for age gaps. And then there's this woman shuffling by who looks like she's 90% margarita, 10% sunscreen. Respect. Zoom in on the bar. You've got 2 types of people. The locals leaning over the rail like it's their job, probably betting on which tourist is going to puke next. And the out-of-towners inside asking if the crab legs are gluten-free. I also love this, how the sign under the porch says Crab Festival, live music, and food and fun. I've been to that exact event, Crab Festival. It's just 3 Jimmy Buffett cover songs, $28 crab legs, and some guy in a tank top screaming, "Woo!" every 10 minutes. This shot is Key West vibes all the way. This is that exact feeling. You walk in for a drink and walk out with sun poisoning. 5 new friends and 1 weird story about a rooster. It's got the locals who never left, the tourists who wish they could, and the bartender who has seen some shit. Cheers to Rockstar for capturing the full Florida crustiness here. The rusty anchor feels so real, and I say that with love and maybe a little PTSD. Hold your breath, because Rockstar just dropped a screenshot that looks like it was ripped straight from Planet Earth documentary, right? If David Attenborough had a felony record. So we're underwater now. We've got coral reef sea turtles, divers, eels, fish, and somewhere off screen probably a sunken drug sub or a mob hit waiting to be looted. Right up in the center, we got our boy the turtle just cruising along like he's late for a shift at the Turtle Planet Smoothie Bar. I mean, look at that face. That's not a face of wisdom. That's a face that I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit. And those divers, you already know that they're up to something. Nobody scuba dives that confidently without either 1, being rich, 2, hidden, stolen cash in an underwater duffel bag. No one's just exploring reefs in GTA. Nope. Someone's either about to find treasure or step on a stingray. Now, can we talk about the environment design? I mean, look at those corals. Look at those sea fans. This is not the underwater from GTA 5 where everything looked like soggy cardboard, that the occasional shark that showed up just to ruin your day. No. This is vibrant, alive, dangerous, just like Florida, but wetter. I swear I saw a barracuda in here somewhere when I first saw it. But if that thing doesn't come flying at me while I'm trying to take a selfie, then Rockstar's missing a golden opportunity. Now, listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. I hope that they go all in on this underwater stuff. I want to spearfish. I want to dive for sunken treasure. I want encounters like, oh, cool, a turtle followed by, oh, shit, a lionfish. Let's be honest. In GTA 5, underwater exploration was like the Kell of gameplay mechanics. You appreciated the effort, but nobody really wanted to do it. This is making me want to throw flippers on my online character and never touch land again. So yeah, this underwater shop, absolutely gorgeous, peaceful, serene, which means you know it's a trap. Gonna dive down here to check out some pretty coral, and the next thing you know, bam, shark attack. Or worse, your oxygen tank malfunctions and now you're role-playing Finding Dory with the felony. Either way, I'm here for it. Next shot is amazing. This is Leonida Keys in full send mode. Rockstar looked at a real-life Florida and said, okay, what if every spring break yacht party and weekend DUI checkpoint happened all at once? Because what we're looking at here isn't just a party on the water. It's a statement, a declaration, a floating middle finger to peace and quiet. Let's start right here in the front. We got this sexy white yacht. You've got champagne, sunbathing, stylish swimwear, and one inflatable alligator that probably also seen some things. Towel rolled up, either sunbathing or choking out a pirate, who knows. And look at our guy here in the swimming trunks holding the railing like he's about to say, hey, what do you do for work? Even though he's absolutely unemployed and living off his sister's OnlyFans money. Now, swing your eyes over to the boat labeled the Lure Predator. First of all, that name, I don't know if that's a fishing reference or a name of a Dateline episode, but either way, it slaps. This guy looks like he's auditioning for the Florida edition of Love Island, DUI edition. This guy with the beer gut and the sunglasses looking like the shrooms are kicking in. This guy chilling on the pink flamingo floaty, just living his best life, it looks like. I mean, this man will fall asleep in that thing and drift to Cuba, zero doubt. Now, let's look at the backgrounds. We got boats on boats on boats. Jet skis slicing through the waves like someone just robbed a Wet n Wild. It's chaos, it's beauty, it's Florida. You got women dancing, guys flexing, music definitely bumping somewhere off screen, and at least 3 crimes happening per square wave. Also, shout out to that massive yacht in the back. You know that's where the real party is. The kind with glow sticks, body glitter, and a DJ named something like Lil Scuba Steve. But this shot is Key West on its busiest day. Because the only time I've actually seen the water in the Keys that was this busy was either like on a holiday, like 4th of July, or a parade, or some unlicensed rager that the local police gave up on 10 minutes after it started. Also like Crab Fest and all that, when everybody was like, oh, we got to go get crabs. That was the thing. You saw boats everywhere. And thank you, Rockstar. Finally, we've got more than 5 boats to choose from, not just Speedboat A and Speedboat B. These are legit legit. We've got center consoles, luxury yachts, charter boats, floating couches. I don't know the name of some of these, and I'm going to have to leave that to Cyberboy, but I want all of it. I want it all available to purchase. Let me buy a yacht that's not a glorified apartment and just live on the water like a true Key West dropout. This is the screenshot that says, you may not be rich in real life, but in GTA 6, you can be broke in style. And honestly, that's a dream. Now, next confirmed area that Rockstar confirmed is the Grassrivers. And I don't even need to check the map. I already know and feel it in my bones that this ain't Vice City anymore. This is the part of Florida where the mosquitoes have tattoos and the people have warrants. Let's take a good long look at this crew. I mean, tell me that this doesn't scream, we don't call 911, we are 911. These are the type of folks who drink warm beer, listen to Toby Keith remixes, and bathe exclusively in swamp water. Look at them. 3 muddy legends front and center, right? The guy on the left sitting on the gator like it's his lazy boy, holding that assault rifle like he's just shot at a drone for flying over his airspace. The woman in the middle, she looks like she just won an underground cage match and is wondering what's for dinner. Spoiler, it's probably squirrel. And then we've got Captain Bowie Beard to the right, rocking that muddy soaked cargo shorts, swamp boots, and a look in his eyes that says he definitely made eye contact with the meth gator once and didn't flinch. Behind him, an airboat. Hell yeah. Airboat 09 to be exact, which means that there's at least 8 other floaters floating around out there somewhere doing God's work. These things are basically Florida helicopters, loud, fast, questionably maintained. You haven't lived until you've been on one of these with someone named Bubba yelling, hang on, right before you hydroplane through a cypress tree. And the small details, another chef kiss. We got a no trespassing sign in the back. Translation, trespassers will be shot. Survivors will be forced to wrestle a raccoon. 3 bottles of something on the crate. That's Florida hydration. Can of dip. Oh yeah, that ain't guacamole. And whole squad. Looks like they had just finished doing something highly illegal but weirdly patriotic. This is the kind of place where you can buy moonshine, get a tattoo in someone's shed, and ride an airboat to your cousin's wedding all before lunch. This is Redneck Redemption 4K. Dirty, armed, and proud. So yeah, if these folks aren't part of a side mission called something like Gator Diplomacy or Swamp Justice, I'll be disappointed. Because this is Rockstar at its finest, turning America's strangest corners into digital playgrounds of chaos. Here we got another glorious chunk of Florida muddy underbelly, and I say that with all due affection. This is one of those screenshots that smell like stale beer, hot grease, and a vague sense of local government corruption. I don't know where exactly this screenshot is, but I think it might be Cedar Key. I've never been to Cedar Key, so I can't tell you. I say Cedar Key because this screenshot looks like this area to me. Like I've seen it on the map in the past, and I kind of know somewhat about Cedar Key, just never been there. But we got murky green water, 3 restaurants that probably share the same fryer oil, and a motel that charges by the hour or by the felony. Who knows? Let's start with the obvious. This is where you go when you don't want your shrimp basket to come with a side of hepatitis and an unsolicited story from a guy named Cooter about the time he wrestled a possum on his roof. That tiki umbrella set up on the 2nd floor, that's not ambience, that's a warning. You're about 3 coronas away from karaoke night turning into a custody battle. Check out the background. That skyline gives you this haunting reminder that there's a real city out there somewhere, but here, this is the kind of town where people unironically own Confederate Crocs and have custom bumper stickers that say, I break for gators. We've got smokestacks pumping out what I assume is either pollution or barbecue smoke, depends on the wind direction. This feels like a greedy cousin of Key West. That's what is the vibe that I get. A greedy cousin that stayed inland, married young, and is very proud of their 12-foot John boat. So what do we got here? A gritty waterfront dive bar, a motel that's either charmingly cheap or deeply cursed, a town that's 15 minutes from the coast and 5 minutes from a warrant. Yes, all of it. Rockstar, I love this. This is a Floridian frontier. This is where storylines are born, deals go south, and someone in cargo shorts says, you got a problem, boy? Okay, now check out this screenshot. This is Florida Man, the aerial shot. 2 guys, 1 airboat, 0 sense of self-preservation, and a whole lot of gators looking like they just saw a buffet special. Now, first off, credit to where credit's due. Rockstar nailed the swamp aesthetic again, like they did in RDR2. That black water, that's not water you swim in. That's if you fall in, your obituary is going to be real short. And these lily pads, that's a nature's version of a welcome mat for death. And look closer, you could see at least 2 gators flanking the boat, and there's a third one right up there, just chilling in the background, waiting for the moment someone says, "Hold my beer." Now, let's talk about the boat itself. Airboats are basically Florida's answer to the next question. How do I build something that sounds like a jet engine and works like a lawn chair? These things are loud, dangerous, and requires 0 actual engineering. If you've never been on one, let me tell you, it's like strapping yourself to a shopping cart and blasting through nature at 60 miles per hour while mosquitoes commit war crimes on your forehead. Now, check out our dynamic duo. Driver looks chill, like he's done this 10,000 times. Probably a guy named Hank. His blood type is natty light. Then his buddy, right up in the front, leaning over the edge with the gun like he's about to negotiate with the gator. That's how you become an appetizer. And the cooler, oh, it's there. You can practically hear the clinking of the beers from here because this isn't a fishing trip. It's a felony waiting to happen. This was what I was saying earlier about redneck redemption vibes. You feel the chaos, you feel the danger, and Rockstar really said, let's take the Everglades and crank it to 11. And you know what? I'm here for it because I know this isn't just scenery. This is a setup. This is a mission. Someone's going in that water. Someone's airboat is flipped and someone is calling for backup. And it's going to be us in that water. This screenshot, pure art. It's Florida distilled into one image, guns, gators, and questionable decisions powered by Budweiser. I would love to harpoon a gator from an airboat now. All right, so we've officially entered the Florida Man Gets a Wanted level phase of the game, the last screenshot from Grassrivers. This ain't just gameplay. It's a National Geographic drug bust meets Jerry Springer with helicopters. We got everything. Muddy waters, cops, off-road trucks, airboats, and what appears to be the Florida Highway Patrol trying to chase down a dude who probably built a meth lab out of gator bones in spite. Front and center, that's the unofficial vehicle of an illegal swamp activity, the beat-up Dodge Ram with busted suspension. You just know that there's a dude named Cletus riding shotgun yelling, "Hit the fan belt, Ricky! Hit the fan belt!" Behind him, you got the sheriff's department doing what they do best, trying to pretend like they're in control of the mess. That cruiser is barely floating. Somewhere deep inside, the officer's inner monologue is like, why didn't I take that desk job in Tallahassee? And, of course, a chopper, because this is GTA. You can't have a half-baked bayou pursuit without a helicopter flying so low it's scaring the birds and probably giving the gators PTSD. Speaking of which, look at the bottom right. That gator is not part of the chase. He's just mad y'all interrupted his nap. It's like, bro, it's 3 p.m. I was digesting a herring. Now, this is why Grassrivers is probably going to be one of my favorite regions because it's chaos, it's beauty, it's crime, it's nature, it's swamp core, GTA edition. Rockstar really said, let's take the most hostile ecosystem in America and add an illegal trafficking, guns, and bass boats. And don't sleep on that airboat in the back. I can't tell if cops are on it or it's just a couple of people hanging out. I'm somewhat blind. I can't tell, but I'm going to pretend that they weren't even part of the chase, that they're just spectating with a six-pack and yelling, "World Star!" I swear, Rockstar knows how to make a setting feel alive. You can smell the diesel fuel and hear the crocs hissing, and you just know that this is either the climax of a big mission or the kind of random encounter where the devs went, screw it, and make everything explode. This is GTA, Operation Redneck Fury, and this is why I'm looking forward to playing this fucking game. All right, so let's explore Vice City, the heart of GTA 6, based off of Miami. The first screen is Rockstar's version of the Hollywood sign, except it's soaked in suntan lotion, cocaine, and poor life choices. You got a giant Vice City letters standing tall like they run the place, lit up all dramatic like they're about to start their own reality show called Real Criminals of South Florida. And the jet Oh, that jet ain't just flying over. It's announcing itself. That's the intro playing for every drug kingpin, international arms dealer, or crypto bro that just crashed out and is ready to blow it all on champagne and bad decisions. But here's the kicker. This is a real life parody. You ever see that fake Miami sign they threw up for a movie? They slapped it together for Bad Boys. This ain't just Vice City. It's a statement. It's Rockstar saying, we've been quiet, but now we're flying in low with the landing gear down and a duffel bag full of felony charges. You can already hear the theme music. You can already smell this fake tan. And you know the minute that you see the sign in the game, something big is about to go down. This ain't just Welcome to Vice. This is prepare to lose your morals. All right, now this one right here, man, this shot is straight up screaming, we made it. We've got palm trees stretching out like they're trying to grab the ocean breeze for themselves. You got cabanas tucked under the shade like VIP secrets. You got that Miami sun melting everything into gold. And right here, front and center, Mr. No Shirt and Mrs. Facelift 2007 enjoying their overpriced latte and each other's plastic surgery scars. But here's what hit me right in the nostalgia bone. This scene reminds me way more north, like Hollywood Beach vibes. You know what I'm talking about if you live there. That strip right near where Margaritaville is now. I can't remember what the hotel was called before. I can't remember it. I just remember when I want to hang out in Hollywood Beach, I used to love parking at that parking garage and just walking over there. And this gives me that vibe of that one hotel with the sticky floors. But this shot nails that feeling. The mix of wannabe glamour and retirement plan regrets. And yo, peep that duck statue in the pool. Why is that duck statue so majestic? Why does it look like it's about to drop a luxury clothing line and sue a nightclub in the same day? I want to know more on the story behind this statue. This one hits me in the chest like a Miami sunburn. I love this one, man. This ain't just scenery. This is nostalgia for me. You see these buildings, this ain't just pixels. It's memories for me. That moment when you're a kid in the back seat, face mushed against the window, watching skyline zip by. Because us kids back then, we didn't have phones, iPads. Back then, we just had to stare out the window. So a lot of this I recognize. But here's what actually makes me smile in this whole beautiful chaos of Vice City is looking at the cops. They're not shooting first. They're approaching someone carefully. That's exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly what I want. It's not just mindless gunfire anymore. It looks like it's a little more real, a little more thoughtful. Makes me wonder if Rockstar's finally trying to say something with these details, or maybe they just had a budget for better AI. Either way, I respect it. Then there's the basketball court, and if this game actually lets you play hoops, I swear, I'm spending half my playtime breaking ankles and airballing threes if I can, because I can't do that in real life. So yeah, this isn't just the Vice City shot. This is the intersection of memories and mayhem. It's the game saying, we see you, Steven, and now go dunk on someone and then steal a sports car. Vice City's feeling alive, and not just because of the skyscrapers, because they finally put some soul back into the sidewalks. We got a couple of guys here inked up like a museum wall and flossing grills so icy they could shut down the Miami heat. I don't care if that was corny. Look at that dude on the left. He got a watch that says he doesn't wait for nobody and a face that says he'll make you disappear before lunch. And the guy on the right wearing the backwards hat pointing straight at the camera like he sees you slipping. You feel that? That's pressure. That's presence. If he points at you, you better not be standing in the wrong neighborhood. This shot oozes of Vice City energy. It's heat, it's hustle, hierarchy. This is the kind of crew that runs the whole block without saying a word. You don't need dialogue. You don't need context. You just know you don't wanna fuck with them. I love Rockstar bringing that local street flavor to the front. These ain't just NPCs. They feel like characters with stories, with power, and with swagger. All right, now, this. This right here is it's the Miami Beach energy we know and regret every spring break. You got booty in the foreground. We got grannies on patrol and dad bods in the wild. This isn't just a beach for me. It's a damn biological museum, and Rockstar captured every single tax bracket in one frame. But let me tell you what I love here. It's the body diversity. This shot looks like a Walmart on Memorial Day weekend with sand. You got ripped dudes, sun-dried retirees, power walking meemaws, a guy who's one drink away from collapsing in a pool of regret, and Booty McRedcup taking a nap like this is her music video. Rockstar understood the assignment. They didn't Photoshop anyone. They said, give us the real Floridian ecosystem, and I believe they nailed it. Now, I want to talk about this sunburn debate because everyone online keeps yelling, oh my God, we're going to get sunburn in GTA 6. That's awesome. I don't think it's awesome. I don't want to worry about SPF 50 in a crime game. I don't want my character walking into the store looking like a boiled lobster because I forgot to reapply lotion. But here's what I love instead to make everybody happy. Give me the sunburn as a customization option, just like the scars or the bruises or the dumbass face tattoo I regret picking, like what we could do online right now. Let me choose between different types of sunburn, like you got tomato chest, farmer's tan, full body lobster, just a face Casper burn, or the Key West local orange, right? For those that been drinking and baking for 40 years straight. That would be sick, not forced, not annoying, just there if you want to look like you wrestled the sun and lost. And for those of you who are thinking, orange? Listen, I lived in Key West for a while, like I said, and I saw so many orange people when I got there, and I thought the island was sponsored by Cheetos. And then I did investigation, I asked around, I looked around, I researched, and this is what I found out. When you see people in these type of environments, anywhere really where they get a lot of sun, but there's a lot of drinking, it's the combo of alcoholism and UV radiation. You drink like a pirate and tan like an iguana, you end up looking like a traffic cone. So yeah, I love this screenshot. Real bodies, real chaos, real Miami. This ain't no influencer beach. This is the place where your grandma gets hit on by a guy named Dan who sells Molly and gator jerky out of the cooler. This shot right here, this is the Miami we pretend doesn't exist, but love to scroll past at 2 a.m. What do we got? We got pretty women twerking on squad cars, selfies during an arrest, bikini babes getting cuffed, and officers looking like they're about to ask for autographs instead of IDs. This is social media culture meets law enforcement, and nobody's winning. Look, I love playing as a cop in GTA. Sometimes I roleplay. Sometimes I just want to pull people over for fun and then release them with the honk and a stay in school. But this is commentary, from at least to me. This is Rockstar saying, hey, America, this is your brain on Instagram. And it's real. People don't even get mad about getting arrested anymore, right? They just want to make sure their handcuff fits is lit on TikTok. But let's break this down. You got this lady in a fishnet neon dress like she's the last glow stick in the rave bucket. Her friend is getting frisked, still got a smile wider than a 7-Eleven Slurpee lid. And the girl in the hood, she didn't come here to comply. She came here to collect OnlyFans followers. And the cops, they look like they're just reassigned to chaos. No aggression, no respect, just vibes and viral clips. And one's even doing the I'm not mad, I'm disappointed stance. And I appreciate Rockstar for not sugarcoating it. This is where we're at. Authorities a prop, rebellion's a content strategy, and we all pretend that this is normal so we can post about how crazy it is. They didn't just design Vice City, they mirrored America with neon lighting and ass cheeks. So yeah, I like this. I love that Rockstar had the balls to show a scene that's funny, wild, sexy, and deeply sad if you think about it for more than 10 seconds. But let's not think too long. All right, here, as a man, this is good. We got neon lights, mesh outfits, and so much jiggle NASA had to recalculate orbit paths. Rockstar really said, let's make the sweat glisten like it's got RTX enabled, and they delivered. Now, yes, this shot is all about cheeks. It's got hips swaying like palm trees in the category 5, mesh tights holding on for dear life, tattoos peeking out like Easter eggs from a Quentin Tarantino foot scene. But here's the thing that most people miss. Let's zoom in on the money being thrown. Those bills, that's not any president. That ain't Graham. That ain't Jackson. That's freaking president from Red Dead Redemption. Rockstar said, you want lore? Bam. Cross-universe currency. So what does that mean? Well, either Rockstar's just playing around with the multiverse idea, or in this world, the government's so broke they just recycle dead presidents from the Wild West and slap them on modern bills, or maybe the strip club is just that damn historical and we're making it rain with collector's bills from the 1800s. Either way, the little detail opens up a galaxy of GTA Red Dead fan theories, and I'm here for it. I'm talking, what if Dutch Vanderland's great-great-granddaughter ran this club? Or what if Arthur Morgan's mustache lives on the Vice City strip scene spiritually? I'm not saying GTA and RDR are canon together, but I'm also not saying that either. So, yeah. We got booty physics here that will make Pixar jealous and lore deep enough to make Marvel Studios blush. And if this is what the inside of a Vice City strip club looks like, just imagine what the VIP room quests are going to be. And if I sounded like I was rambling, it's only because I am trying to justify staring at this picture for an inappropriate amount of time. And this right here, this is one of my favorite screenshots that Rockstar shared with us. You can practically smell the sea air. That's Bayside. And that's the crew port. That's A1A. Well, whatever Rockstar ends up calling it, leading straight into Deco Drive. Keep following that road and boom, you're back to where we saw them baddies and Bikini Arrest. You got the Vice City Narcos, clearly a stand-ins for the Miami Heat. And you got the art centers, the concert halls. This is Miami. This is my childhood. My early 20s all rolled into one beautiful neon-drenched memory. This right here, this shot looks like one of those random little strips near Westland Mall, you know? It was a mall where I used to, a few times, got my hair cut, where the barber sits between a check cashing place and a bakery. They're the only ones who know how to fade you up just right. And I've driven past corners like this 1,000 times growing up. What really gets me hyped, though, is the cars, the bikes, the wraps, the wheels, the murals. Everything just screams personality. And I'm not the type to go full Fast and Furious with my ride, but I do love the option to do so for me if I want it, and for everyone else that want to mod their car. Like I said, I want the option to let me mod one to beat the hell out with a donut tire and a busted fender. It's all about having the freedom to say, yeah, this one's mine. I love the customization. I love how different everything could be. I love how everyone can have the same car and still feel all different. Next group of screenshots, the place we're going to is Ambrosia. And right off the bat, they hit us with this banger of a screenshot. I love this one. This is one of my favorite things that Rockstar does, and South Park nailed this too. This is them not being afraid to roast both sides of the political aisle. They'll clown on the right, they'll clown on the left, and honestly, that is exactly how it should be. Now, I know that this shot made the rounds and pissed off a bunch of people, folks on the right mad, folks on the left mad. None of them actually play GTA or know what this game is about. But to me, this image says it all. You got a big ass billboard up on the top, clearly Rockstar taking a shot at corporate virtue signaling. Beautiful. Then over on the left, we got political signs all over the place. This looks like a local election or some kind of the story mission, maybe. And on the right, you got US flags everywhere. The full-on biker vibe going on. It's perfect. Don't even get me started on the road. I've driven this exact road. Hell, this could be US 27 for all I know. Because I remember one day I said, screw it, and took the scenic route the long way, just cruised all the way up on US 27, past Clewiston, and honestly, I'm pretty damn sure Ambrosia is Rockstar's version of Clewiston. Let's move on to the next shot here. Now this is an area I never really explored, but I've driven past it more times than I can count. It's one of those places that stuck with me over the years. I've seen it in pictures, heard about it, always kind of knew that it was there, and I gotta say Rockstar nailed it. This place is sugar everything. Clewiston. I'm talking sugar high school, sugar festivals, sugar gas stations, hell, probably sugar funeral homes too. The whole town is all about sugar. I'm serious. It's practically dipped in syrup, and the way they capture that vibe, man, it's really cool. I love it. Now, this shot right here, man, I don't know. It just feels like these are characters we're actually going to meet. And I hope that they're friends, not foes, because honestly, I think I'd vibe with them. This dude's got Enforcer stitched on, and she's rocking a bandana and a revolver like it's a fashion accessory. These are my kind of people. I like it. This shot hits different. There's something hauntingly beautiful about it. The way the sun fights through the smoke, the burning fields quietly telling stories of loss, the silhouette of industry lurking in the back like a reminder that progress always leaves a scar. It feels like a memory you never lived, but somehow still miss. And honestly, I don't know whether to cry, write poetry, or just blame this whole thing on Trevor lighting up a field for no reason again. So here at this lovely freedom-drenched car wash, we got studs, stars, stripes, and scientifically engineered cleavage. Listen, I know I'm lingering, but let me explain, all right? There's important details here, and the reason why I'm not talking fast anymore, and it's not because I'm a boob man. For starters, notice the impeccable soap distribution. Look at that swirl pattern. That's at least two different sponge techniques. The aggressive clockwise swoop and the passive-aggressive windshield slap. Rare combo. You don't get that level of scrubbing in real life unless you owe someone money. Now, let's talk about the woman on the left. Eye contact, like she's telling me both a car wash and a multi-level marketing scheme. I probably sign up. I mean, look at her. She's 2 seconds away from pitching essential oils and a summer barbecue invite. And this guy driving, this ain't Jason. This man has seen things. The way he grips that steering wheel, he's either in love or fighting off a cramp. Possibly both. Might be the third character, or maybe he's just a Florida man who's wandered onto the set with a coupon for a free wax. Now let's pause. No. Let's salute the real star of the screenshot, the majestic woman in the red, white, and blue bikini top. My God, that's a national landmark. That's the Mount Rushmore of the bus lines, the Liberty Bell. But instead of a crack, it's got perfect symmetry. When I saw this screenshot, I didn't just stare. I stood up, took my hat off, and whispered the Pledge of Allegiance with my hand over my heart and tears in my eyes. This isn't just eye candy. This is freedom manifested. That flag bikini top is doing more for patriotism than any political campaign in the last decade. I'd fight for this country, but I died for those stars and stripes. God bless America. God bless Rockstar. God bless the glorious right to zoom in on screenshots like this with absolute zero shame. Anyways, all I'm saying is this screenshot has layers like an onion, a greasy, overly patriotic, mildly arousing onion. And if I keep talking, it's only because I'm passionate about the car care, historical preservation, and moments like this. Not for the booze at all. Next, let's talk Port Gellhorn. Now, I know some folks are saying it's based on Tampa area, and yeah, sure, parts of it definitely feels like it, but I feel like it's kind of a mashup. You got hints of the Panhandle, maybe a little St. Pete energy. They're probably doing what they did with the Keys, Key Largo and Isla Mirada and Marathon vibes all mixed in. It's like Rockstar just took Florida roadmap and threw everything into a digital blender. These areas, there are areas in the screenshot I do recognize and others where I'm like, okay, Tampa ain't never looked like that, but I'm here for it. Honestly, Tampa is on my short list of places to settle down when we wrap up our Coast Guard chapter, specifically Wesley Chapel area. Now this motel shot, love it. It's got that shady but charming vibe, like place where you rent a room for an hour, but also get free Wi-Fi and questionable pool access. I'm really hoping that in the story mode, we can roleplay and actually stay in one of these joints, actually stay in hotels throughout Leonida. Because imagine pulling up late night, dead tired from a high-speed chase or meth-fueled side quest and just crashing for 6 hours to save the game. That's those little immersive details that matter, Rockstar. Just let me live my life in a cheap motel fantasy. And I'm not going to lie, between the hooker outside, the suspiciously chill green truck dude, and someone possibly milking a raccoon behind the ice machine, I feel seen. And we got this beauty right here. I mean, come on. If this doesn't scream MC Business Weed Farm, I don't know what does. You got the lighting, the plants, the muscle with the bad, of course. Mr. I've seen some shit in the tank top, just brooding in the corner like someone overcharged him for an eighth back in 98 and he never let it go. This whole scene practically smells like Estelle Blunt smoke, Monster Energy drinks, and unfiled taxes. And just look at the guy in the back, shirtless, tattooed, and holding a bat like he's one bong rip away from taking a customer satisfaction survey the wrong way. And honestly, I'm just hoping this whole operation is one of ours in our online mode, because if not, I'm definitely robbing it with tears in my eyes out of respect. Over here we got more drugs, big old bag of Smurf souls, blueberries of Babylon, the kind of stash that makes your pupils dilate just by making eye contact. I mean, this looks like a scene straight out of the 5-star Uber for Felons app. She leans in all the way, all cool, showing off her designer nails, gold ring, and a grin that says, I've ghosted 3 DEA agents and dated 2. Meanwhile, my man in the passenger seat looks like he's about to write a Yelp review that starts with, wasn't sure if I should swallow or invest. The dude's rocking that halfway to Viking hairline, but he's clearly winning at life. Jewelry check. Tank top that says, I bench press bad decisions, double check. A woman smiling while handing him a gallon Ziploc of criminal charges, triple check. This whole shot oozes that classic Vice City energy, temptation, deals, neon shadows, and a good old-fashioned probably not going to end well vibe. And that, my friends, is the American dream, sort of. In this one, we're looking at Delight's Cabaret, a name that screams class, elegance, and just the right amount of hepatitis. And yeah, looks like Rockstar said, why have one strip club when you can have an entire franchise? McTitties, but neon-soaked and morally bankrupt. And the sign, new girls, new food, like, excuse me? You're telling me I could get a lap dance and some wings? My cholesterol just sent a cease and desist letter, but I respect it. I salute any establishment bold enough to serve dollar shrimp cocktail next to these beautiful women and men. Because let's address the diversity discourse. Yes, there might be male dancers. There might be drag queens. There might be gender-neutral pole artists spinning a Lana Del Rey while juggling glow sticks. And guess what? That's fantastic. GTA is satire. It's a giant middle finger to everyone and everything. No one is safe, and that's the charm. Because if your biggest complaint about Grand Theft Auto is too many dance options, I kindly invite you to launch yourself into the sun. The more chaos, the better. Bring in the dancers, bring in the drama, and bring me a damn go to box from Delights. I hear the mozzarella sticks slap. Now, if you excuse me, I need to spend an unreasonable amount of time wondering if that trash card couple to the right is doing a drug deal or a street performance or both. This screenshot hits harder than a Pabst Blue Ribbon at a 4th of July bonfire. It's got everything. Shirtless dad bods, American flag bikini tops, cheap beer, and the unmistakable scent of grill smoke and regret. And I gotta say, this whole scene, this is my America, not the sanitized commercial one. They can keep that. I want the one with the lawn chairs around the fire pit, someone blasting Skinnerd off a truck stereo, and a dude named Booger passed out in a hammock that he swears is structurally sound. I'm Latino, born in America, but somewhere along the way, my fat brown ass accidentally majored in redneck studies. And listen, it's not always chaos. First time I got high was with the group exactly like this, with the rednecks. I mean, some of the best times that I've had in my life was with the group exactly like this. It was when I was hanging out with people in Homestead, hanging out with people near the Everglades, hanging out with people in certain parts of Central Florida, when I lived in Georgia for a little bit. Where I'm at now, there's even more of them around me. They're everywhere. I'm in South Carolina, and I don't know what it is, but these rednecks, they like Hispanic guys. I don't know what it is. The type of person that I am, I get along with everybody. If you become my enemy, you done something that pissed me the fuck off enough that I just write you off easy. You'll know. Anyways, fuck that. Let's go back to this. This shot looks like someone might fire a gun at a raccoon mid-party, and 5 minutes later, you're arm in arm with that same dude talking about aliens and how they for sure probed his cousin Earl. There's community here, like I said. Oddly enough, these are the folks that'll pull you out of the mud, hand you a beer, and say, "You good, brother?" All in the same breath. I promise you, in real life, this is how it really is. I'm going to go on a tangent again with this because it really pissed me off. Most of the people like this, you look at this shot and there's so many people on the left that will just write these people off, instantly think they're racist. I'm telling you, these are the type of people, they may think different, they may vote different, but they always will help you out no matter what. In reality, they won't give a shit, but you fuck with them, you try to start shit with them, they're going to tell you the truth, they're going to let you know how they feel, and they don't give a fuck about your feelings. But if you treat them with respect, they're probably going to be some of the best fucking people you know. I'm telling you. Also, side note, shout out to the lady in the American flag bikini again. This woman's top has done more for the national morale than Congress has in the last decade. God bless her and the country she came from. Now, this shot right here is dirt, sweat, and adrenaline wrapped in a brown paper bag labeled Saturday Night in the Mud Bowl. Look, I'm not a dirt bike fan or ATV kind of guy. I've never looked at a mountain of gravel and thought, yeah, let me throw myself off at the 40 miles per hour just for fun. My idea of off-roading is hitting a pothole in a Target parking lot. But I respect this chaos. I really do. I love that this is here for the maniacs among us who think traction is a suggestion and that wearing a helmet somehow compensates for lacking health insurance. This is what Rockstar does best, giving everyone a slice of the criminal sandbox. Whether you're a biker or a brawler or a finance bro with rage issues, they got something for you. It's like a degenerate buffet, and I'm here for seconds, just not on the ATVs. It'll be the poker table with the drink, watching y'all fly off cliffs. This shot right here, it's a whole lot of helicopter, a whole lot of clouds, and a whole lot of, yeah. It's probably Weasel News up here, being dramatic as hell for a weather segment no one asked for. They got a slogan, reporting the right news. Slap on the side like it's a declaration of war, like, okay, Tucker Carlson, relax. This shot right here, it's a whole lot of helicopter, a whole lot of clouds. I'm not saying that it's a bad shot. It's just, it feels like Rockstar was like, hey, let's drop in a screenshot of a helicopter and confuse the hell out of everybody and make them think it means something, stirring the conspiracy pot a little. Maybe they're foreshadowing a media theme mission, or maybe it's just their way of saying we got dynamic skies and look, our clouds have emotion now. Either way, I'm not jumping out of my chair for this screenshot, but if this is just a preview of how weather will affect gameplay, the thunderstorms in the background, you can see it, hurricanes, hell, even awkward political commentary mid-car chase, then hell yeah, sign me up. Still, I'm convinced that this shot only exists so someone in Rockstar could flex their god-tier lightning team. This shot right here, man, this is giving me straight up Red Dead Redemption 2, but make it Florida. You got two dudes deep in the woods rocking camo like it's church attire, and one of them looking like he's been hunting since the Carter administration, and the other rocking that White Wolf Blaze orange vest like it's like it's his gamer tag. These fellas didn't come to the forest to birdwatch, they came to remind nature who's boss. Now, the forest itself, absolutely gorgeous. You can practically hear the bugs biting and the distance sound of a banjo playing ominously. This is Rockstar flexing their environmental rendering like, yeah, we gave you swamps, now here's some premium pine. But here's the thing. If they let us actually hunt like real RDR2 style tracking, skinning, crafting, then boy, oh boy, I'm about to go full Uncle Jed and live out in those woods. But if it's just 2 NPCs LARPing as Duck Dynasty without me being able to do anything, I would say that would be a missed opportunity. Still, if I can hunt, skin, and then get into a fist fight with the park ranger over a poached raccoon, 10 out of 10. This next shot right here, absolutely gorgeous. You got Red Rock Canyon walls like Rockstar said. What if we put Zion National Park on steroids and slap it right into Vice City's backyard? A winding road slices through the gorge like it's straight out of Top Gear fantasy montage. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a stunt jump hidden on one of the cliff's edges just waiting to yeet your car into oblivion. Now, folks online are saying it is based on some park in Georgia, which is cool. I've never been there, but I'll pretend I recognize it so I sound cultured. Ah, yes, the sediment layering clearly streams Appalachian erosion patterns. But here's what I do love. This looks like it's going to be the most peaceful let's go for a joyride area in the entire map until, of course, you're 30 minutes deep into a chill drive and some NPC decides to sideswipe you off a canyon road because you accidentally tapped their bumper 12 miles back. Still, I'm all for this northwest mountainous region. It's going to be a vibe, but put on some outlaw country, fire up the declassy Yosemite, and cruise like you ain't got 5 stars and a rocket launcher in your trunk. And oh man, this shot right here, absolute banger. You got a bobcat or a cougar or a Florida swamp murder kitty creeping up on a whole family of deer who's just vibing like it's a Sunday brunch. The sunlight filtering through the trees, the water reflecting the branches and leaves. It's like Rockstar said, let's flex hard on every other open world game. But this isn't just eye candy. This is Discovery Channel with the body count. And yo, this gets me hyped because one of my favorite things in RDR2 wasn't even the shootouts or the train robberies. It was the moment where you're riding on your horse, minding your business, and suddenly a damn wolf jumps out like it's holding a grudge since chapter 2, or when you're watching an eagle swoop down, grab a snake, and you're like, nature is wild as shit. So to see a whole circle of life situation brewing right here, yes, please. Give me gators snatching pigs, raccoons stealing sandwiches, panthers leaping out of trees like furry assassins. I want to fear walking through the forest. I want to feel scared as shit swimming in the ocean, going through a swamp, whatever. I want to feel like I'm in an unhinged version of Naked and Afraid. If Rockstar lets me witness a squirrel get yeeted by a hawk while I'm trying to sell moonshine or something, I will scream with joy. Also, side note, if there's a way to accidentally run into a bear because I went off trail trying to follow a butterfly, this fat man would even be more happy. And that's it for the screenshots. We're ending on this calm, serene, nature core postcard moment with this lone dude in a kayak just out here living his best midlife crisis. Man's paddling like he's been training for the Florida Man Triathlon phase 1. Avoid the gator, phase 2. Don't flip over near the water moccasins, phase 3. Wave at the otters and pretend your back doesn't hurt. Now, look, I don't see myself kayaking a lot in GTA 6 unless it's during a mission like kayak or be killed. But still, it's all about the options. Rockstar said you want to go from a drive-by to driftwood? We got you. It's the kind of stuff that makes the world feel lived in, alive, dumb in the best way. And tell me that flood gauge sign isn't just begging to be part of some ridiculous side quest where you gotta check flood levels for an unhinged doomsday prepper who thinks frogs are government spies. You know that character's in there somewhere. So yeah, I might not kayak much, but knowing I can kayak well, watching a train cross a rusty bridge in the middle of an alligator country, that's art, that's freedom, that's America. And with that, we wrap up the screenshot tour. Oh, and look, I didn't go into super detail with the screenshots, okay? I know that some of y'all are zooming in on the shadows, counting individual tree leaves, deciphering license plates like it's the damn Zodiac Killer. This ain't me. This episode's already long enough to qualify as a college thesis, and I'm not trying to turn it into a full-blown forensic breakdown. If you want a frame-by-frame CSI enhanced that's overanalyzed this blurry figure in the background for 45 minutes experience, please check out the incredible YouTubers I mentioned earlier. They are the real detectives. They do amazing work. I'm just a guy yelling conspiracy theories from the back of the bus, throw jokes, and occasionally salute American bikini tops. Man, Leonida is looking fine. Like, make me commit tax fraud just to move here. But you know what they didn't show us? My map. In part 13, I'm going to reveal my custom-made GTA Dream World, a fictional map I designed with love, caffeine, and delusions of game dev grandeur. Get ready for the tour Rockstar didn't ask for, but desperately needs.